I've had a lot of people tell me it's never going to happen, including my daughter, who told me for 25 years it's never going to happen. I'm Randy Smith, and I won $79 million in the West Virginia Powerball.
In August 2010, Randy Smith hit a record-making lottery jackpot, becoming the third largest winner in West Virginia's history.
I just feel like the luckiest man in the world.
And luck is something this former small-town sheriff was in desperate need of.
Just prior to winning the lottery, it was pretty much 9 to 5. I was working as a state magistrate, which is a lower court judge in this state. The salary for a magistrate in the state of West Virginia is $50,000. That sounds like a lot of money until Uncle Sam gets done with you.
Much of Randy's salary went towards paying off existing debt.
At the time, there were a lot of things going on in my life, in my family, that was a financial strain. To the point I was trying to refinance my house, or even thinking about selling it to take care of my daughter and my grandson, which my daughter was ill, and I had a mentally disabled sister that I was taking care of, and the expenses were going up on that.
But despite his money troubles, Randy set aside a $3 a day budget to buy lottery tickets. And on August 20th, 2010, those $3 paid off in a major way.
Okay, this is the rock station. I come in every morning. This is where it all happened. And I usually get my morning paper, stop in here and get myself a Coke or an iced tea or something. So I guess my nutritional needs led me here every morning. And then I come back to one of my favorite clerks, and the lady who made it all possible, Sabrina.
You gonna have your usual?
I'm gonna have the usual.
Okay. I couldn't believe that I sold that ticket. Couldn't have happened to a better person. Hey.
Hope it's a winner.
Good luck to you. See you tomorrow.
There were days I didn't stop here. Thank God it wasn't that day.
The next day, Randy was at work when the winning numbers were drawn, and his life was to be forever changed. He got a call from the convenience store that had sold him the winning ticket.
I was quivering and shaking all over. I couldn't finish my arraignments. I could not hold an ink pen, physically. That's how rattled I was, in a good way.
After Randy collected his winnings, he sent his favorite clerk a hefty reward, though neither will reveal the size of the gift.
Today, we congratulate our newest winner and his family, Randy Smith. Randy, congratulations.
Well, I'd like to personally thank the 79 million Powerball players.
Randy beat the 195 million to 1 odds to win $79 million. After 40 years in the civil service, he opted for a one-time lump sum payout of $44 million, and after taxes, took home $29 million. 2 weeks later, he hung up his handcuffs and retired.
I don't feel any different. Maybe it's not right to sit here and say that, but I never really got that man, I'm a millionaire feeling,
While most lottery winners buy new houses with their jackpots, for Randy, it meant holding on to the house he already owned.
And I'm just like everybody else. I had to borrow money. I was in debt. I was trying to refinance when I hit the lottery. I'm just very fortunate that things happened the way they did. This is my home. I built this about 9 years ago. I'm really personally proud of it because I designed it and general contracted and built it myself.
Randy paid off his mortgage in cash. And now he's giving it a millionaire makeover.
Well, I'd like to show you the garage. The cost of this project is around $100,000. There'll be room enough in here for approximately 18 cars.
Since the win, Randy has bought himself a fleet of vehicles.
I did buy myself a new truck because my old one had almost 200,000 miles on it, and I did buy a new car. I've never owned a Mercedes. I never thought I'd ever own a Mercedes, and I always wanted a Mercedes. I got a deal on it, or I wouldn't have bought it.
But it's the vintage vehicles that really get Randy excited.
One of the things that winning the lottery has allowed me to do is to do something I always dreamed of as a child. I've always collected model cars, and this is the real thing. This car is a 1929 Model A Ford, reproduction. I've always had an interest in antique cars and no money to buy any. This is a 1967 Maryland State Police car. Every cop likes police cars. It's like every fireman likes fire trucks. This is a 1926 Dodge. I have the original title of this car that shows it was bought in 1928 for the outrageous price of $15. This car was used in this county to deliver honey, ham, eggs, and rumor has it, bootleg liquor.
Add it all up, and Randy has spent close to $150,000 on cars. Pocket change, considering he can make $1 million a year simply in interest. And now, one of Randy's new lottery pastimes is spreading his good fortune to everyone he meets.
I got something for you here. All right?
And the deal is we split this 50-50.
By handing out lottery tickets.
Yeah, so put my initials on there.
Right. Like I'm not going to know who it came from.
Right. Always have people coming up to me and say, hey, will you buy me a ticket? I said, sure, I'll buy you a ticket. And I put my initials on. I said, we're partners. How you doing? I got something for you here.
All right.
Little ticket. We're partners on this.
All right.
But there's some who might say Randy's generous to a fault.
Thank you so much, Randy.
Coming up.
There are some days that I run into people who think I'm a walking ATM. I had people even call me and tell me that you need to take your family and get out of town.
And later.